Hi guys, it's Funk here at Scale Street Garage, and this is the shop truck build off, and this one is hosted by Bob over at Deep Junk Garage. Big thanks Bob for hosting this one. There's going to be quite a few of us in this, everybody, so it's certainly going to be worth having a look on YouTube. Have a look for the other channels. There's plenty of us doing this actual challenge, so it should be a few hours worth of watching. And my shop truck challenge is based on this Plymouth sedan, the old sheriff's police car, and we're going to convert it slightly. As usual, first off we'll just drill out the rivet posts. I don't know what they're actually called. Some of us call them rivets, some call them posts. Don't know. Rivet posts, I presume. Just going to take the heads off these, or the flanges off, as they're also known as. Just using a 4mm drill bit here, just to get them off. It comes apart nice and easy, to be honest. I actually drilled a little bit too deep on the rear one and started taking a little bit of the plastic away off the chassis, but it didn't really show up too much. I actually done both the front and the back by accident. So now to get rid of the paint, good old shitty strip. I still hate this stuff. Bye bye sedan. See you in a couple of hours time when hopefully you've stripped all your paint. We shall see. Keep your fingers crossed, everyone. Has it gone? Yeah, it's gone. Just making sure then it had actually sunk down below. So yeah, this stuff is absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I don't like it, but I've actually added another ingredient to it. I've added some dichloromethane to it, so I shall be trying it soon to see how good it is with this little bit extra added oomph. I actually found out that the dichloromethane is in Nitromorse in the original blend, so it should be quite good. So also used in 3D printing if you want to smooth out the PLA and PETG. It's pretty good. And as you'll see, the paint's coming off nicely now. So now it's all been washed off, nice warm soapy water. So now it's time to just give it a quick blitz over with the rotary tool, and it only takes a couple of minutes. Doesn't take long at all. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. So now it's all nice and shiny. Like I said, it doesn't take long. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this. A roof chop. First off, I'm just going to mark it. Someone's going to say, why don't you use a pen? If it was a bigger model, I'd use a pen. But as it's a small model, use a blade, and that way it scores the actual metal so you can't rub your markings off, so you don't lose them. Got the little tiny, this is one of them little tiny wafer thin fragile discs, and luckily I didn't break it. Must be the first time I've ever used one of these and not broken it. I wanted quite a nice fine cut, because normally when I do this, I normally put two of these little thin discs together. Makes it that little bit thicker, but but I thought I don't want it too thick, so just went with one, expecting it to snap, and it didn't. But then I surprised myself, so I actually needed to take a little bit more off, so I could have gone for 2 discs to begin with. And I know what you're all going to say. Would you? Beep. Gloves. Yeah, can't work in gloves. Sorry. So alert can see what it looks like. Instant transformation just on that little tiny chop. But I actually cut some more off. I looked at it and I thought, yeah, I'm happy with that now. Good old CA glue. Doesn't really need a lot. There isn't really a lot left to put it on, to be honest. Mix up some filler here. This is Dr. Ding's Ding Stick. This one. It's a quick drying epoxide 2-part putty. Actually comes as a stick, and you just cut a piece off as much as you need, and the inner is the actual resin, and the outer is the catalyst. So you don't have 2 parts that you have to mix together. It's just, well, there is, but it's kind of in one piece. What I've actually done is I've cut the um, windows, dropped them in, um, ballsed up, and I'll be honest about it. I dropped the actual body into the shitty strip, and I forgot to take the windows out, and it completely balls them up. Completely, it melted all the windows. So all I've done is I've cut the front screen off, and I've pushed the rest of it back in there so that the putty has got something to hold on to. Stops it falling right the way through. Just checking to make sure it still goes on. Need some slight adjustment. Just cutting the back corners of the seats down. They were hitting on the glass. Right, now that it's all dry, time to sand it and file it down. Prep it ready for spraying. This stuff goes off like concrete, this one. Time to file it. So it does go off rock hard, so, and it is a pretty quick putty, this one as well. So whereas the Miller putt you get about an hour, this is about 20 minutes. And if you put it over the top of a little lamp, give it a little bit of warmth, it goes off probably 5-10 minutes. Whilst this is whilst I'm just sanding this down, I'd just like to say once again thanks to Bob, Deep Junk Garage, for hosting this one, the Shop Truck Challenge, and yeah, he's done a roll call and just to see who was still in it, and there is quite a few people still in it. I'm sure that if you just do a YouTube search, just put Shop Truck Challenge or Shop Truck or whatever, I'm sure it'll just come up. Just to make it easier so I can see where I've got high spots and low spots, painted it black, so as I sand it I can see them a lot easier. You see them where you need to fill to bring it up level, or you see your really high spots that you know you've got to sand down. I just use the Tamiya XF1 black. Once this is sanded down, I can fill it and just finalise it, ready for the for spraying. I actually missed the next lot of filling on this. I do apologise. My the hard drive on the camera was full, and I didn't realise it actually stopped recording. So you see it's all sanded down now, and it's in the spray booth. Make sure you've done the mask. You've got the filters on. Extractor fans are on. You've got some lights on so you can see nicely. Just checking, make sure the paint's coming through. This is blasting quite a lot out. I'm running a 0.5mm nozzle. I prefer it for when I'm doing the clear coat, because I use quite a thick clear coat. I don't use a piss water. I like something you can build. The weather's so hot at the minute. This is more or less drying instantly as it goes on this Tamiya acrylic. So now that's all done and drying. Just put another few little bits on. I've got a little bit of crap in there as well. I had so many problems with this build, but same as Bob did. Bob had some gremlins on his TV movie build, but he's the same. He didn't give up. He still submits something. It's all dried, and no time for the graphics going on. Obviously saying Scale Street Garage. And Restoration Customs. Battling with the temperatures. all the different brands of diecast that I like to work on. Corgi, Dinky, Lesney, Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Mainly Matchbox. Sorry being off the camera there, guys. That's one for the rear panel. Just a quick check, make sure I hadn't actually moved the decals on the side. It's not on the Sod's Law, you just touch them with the slide. When you want them to move, they don't move. Decals are on, just time to do a little bit of detail work. Not a lot to do on this. Basically, it's just the front headlights and the grille. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Gremlins were against me on this build. My own fault mainly. Like I said, I've dropped the body into the shitty strip and left the glass in there, so I melted that. I cut a piece of clear plastic and stuck it inside for the front screen, which looked absolutely great. And then I clear coated it and forgotten the clear coat ate into the glass. I dropped it, I caught the graphics, you name it, and it all went wrong. On a couple of occasions I just felt like thrown out of the window, but never give up. Never give up. So I persevered and carried on, got it all done, and then dropped it again. What an absolute pillock. This is one of those the colour paint pens. It's quite nice. This comes out as a nice matte, nice, well, like a more of a satin black. It's really nice. It's marking the rods for the axles. Easiest way I find for cutting this is just roll it and score it with a blade, and it just snaps off nice and easy. Can't go wrong. You're not trying to cut it off with a Dremel and everything like that and it flying wherever. Quite simple, just a little roll and it just snaps. Nice and perfect. There's a particular chap over in Australia would say, I'm happy with that. Now just going to stick them in with a little bit of CA. I'll use the activator to set it. And same again for the other end. A little bit more reinforcement around it, and then set it in place with the activation spray. Great idea, that stuff. It's time to put the wheels on. Just putting the car back together. These are the flange shouldered button head screws, I think they call them, or flange button head screws. And these are 2mm self tappers. They go in nice and easy. But because they're flanged, they've got quite a nice broad head on them. I think some players call them flanged and some players call them skirted. Now it's time to stick the wheels on. I try my best not to let you see how it all looks all together, so I'm trying to kind of hide the actual car as such from you, so you see it as the reveal. and it's difficult. The thing's that small, you need to get around it, so it's a bit difficult. As I say, get in, your bugger. That's them on, all really nicely. Time for a bit more detail work. It's time for the Molotow pen. I love this stuff, I really do. Just a shame it takes so long to dry. And also a shame that you can't spray over it with a clear coat and it stays like chrome. Because if they could do that, it would be absolutely awesome. I know some people say use the Alclad Chrome, or should I say Alclad Chrome 2, and if you bake it, then you can spray over it. I've tried it and it came out like shit. It was just like normal silver afterwards, just the same as if you don't bake it, to be honest. So absolute waste of time, and obviously you can't bake it if it's gone on plastic, so unless I had the temperatures wrong or whatever, I'm not too sure. It's been a fun build. I've had gremlins, but I've still enjoyed it. I'd still do it again. Bob, if you're watching this, which I know you will do, think of another theme. We need another one now. Here we go, guys. Before the reveal, just a quick reminder of what I actually learnt about it before. The Plymouth sedan, the old sheriff's police vehicle, and looking tall and bulky. Little skinny wheels. I didn't like it. There we go. Done as a hot rod. Proper little shop van. Wouldn't mind doing my little deliveries and just driving around town in this. I think it looks absolutely smashing. Let me know what you think. Cheers for watching, everyone. Don't forget to watch everybody else's, and cheers everybody who's participated as well. This has been an absolute fun build, and I'm looking forward to the next one. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, leave some comments. If you like it a lot, please share it on your social medias, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers everybody.